Lisa walks into the hotel lobby, the chandelier lights reflecting in her tired eyes. Dressed in a simple cotton dress and worn-out shoes, she appears out of place amid the opulence. She steps up to the reception desk, keeping her voice calm. "Hi, I'd like to book a room for the night." Chloe, the receptionist with her hair tied up in a sleek bun and wearing a polished uniform, scans Lisa from head to toe. She smirks, her tone dripping with sarcasm. "Our hotel isn't meant for people like you." Lisa stands at the reception desk, her eyes tired, but her voice calm. She explains that she just needs a simple room to rest for the night after a long journey. The receptionist crosses her arms, giving Lisa a condescending look from head to toe. "A simple room? We don't do simple here. Are you sure you can afford it?" Lisa takes a deep breath, keeping her composure as she says she can pay up front. The receptionist laughs, her tone dripping with arrogance. "Listen, sweetheart. This is a 5-star hotel, not some roadside inn. You should probably find somewhere more suitable for your kind." Lisa presses her lips together, her eyes dropping to the floor. She turns around and walks away, each step heavy with humiliation. The glass doors slide shut behind her, cutting her off from the lavish world inside. Lisa steps out of the hotel, taking a deep breath to hold back the sting of humiliation. She pulls out her phone and dials Daniel's number. "Hey, I'm at the cafe near the hotel. When you're done with your meeting, can you come pick me up?" Daniel's warm voice comes through the phone. "Did you get a room? Are you settled in?" Lisa forces a small smile, keeping her tone casual. "Oh, I decided to get some fresh air instead. Take your time. I'll just wait here." Daniel pauses, sensing something off in Lisa's voice. "Are you sure? Is everything okay?" Lisa quickly shifts the subject, not wanting to cause any trouble. "Everything's fine. I just felt like sitting here for a bit. Finish your meeting, okay?" Daniel nods, but there's still a hint of concern in his voice. "All right. I'll be there as soon as I'm done." The call ends, and Lisa lets out a long sigh, her eyes drifting back toward the hotel. She can still hear the receptionist's mocking tone and see the condescending smirk. But she doesn't mention any of it to Daniel. She doesn't want to cause unnecessary trouble or appear like she's seeking sympathy. The employee lounge buzzes with laughter. Chloe leans back in her chair, arms crossed over her chest, a smug grin plastered on her face. "You guys won't believe it," she sneers. "This country bumpkin walks in here looking like she just crawled out of a barn and asks for a room." A female staff member sitting nearby chuckles. "Seriously? Here?" She must have thought she was at some roadside motel. Chloe leans forward, eyes gleaming as if she just delivered the punchline to a great joke. "Yeah, and when I told her that this hotel isn't for people like her, she just stood there like an idiot before walking out. Probably crying her eyes out somewhere now." Mark, the hotel manager, steps into the room just in time to catch the end of Chloe's story. He frowns, approaching the group. "Chloe, who are you talking about?" Chloe shrugs, still smug. "Just some small-town nobody trying to act like she belongs here. I was just reminding her that this place is for a different kind of people." Mark crosses his arms, his voice firm. "Chloe, how many times do I have to tell you? Don't judge people by how they look. You don't know who they are or what they've been through." Chloe rolls her eyes and mutters under her breath. "Someone like her? What kind of story could she possibly have? Probably just some poor dreamer." Mark shakes his head, sighs, and walks away. Chloe resumes her mocking laughter, completely unaware that she's just made a serious mistake. The glass doors of the hotel swing open, and Daniel strides into the lobby with an air of confidence and authority. Chloe immediately straightens up, flashing a bright, almost sickly sweet smile. "Good afternoon, Mr. Daniel. So nice to see you again," Chloe says, her tone suddenly dripping with politeness. Daniel nods curtly, his sharp eyes scanning the lobby. "Where's Mark?" Mark quickly emerges from behind the reception desk. "Hello, Mr. Daniel. How can I assist you today?" Daniel's brows furrow. "I'm looking for my wife, Lisa. Has she been here?" Mark blinks, looking around uncertainly. "Lisa? No, sir, I haven't seen anyone by that name come through here." Chloe stands nearby, her entire body stiffening. In her mind, the image of the country bumpkin from earlier flashes vividly. A shiver runs down her spine as she starts to piece the puzzle together. Daniel's gaze sharpens as he looks at Mark. She said she'd be waiting for me at the cafe nearby. I'll head over there now. But if she comes back here, let me know immediately. Mark nods quickly. Yes, sir. Daniel turns and strides out of the lobby, leaving Chloe standing there, eyes wide and skin pale. She swallows hard, her heart pounding as she realizes that the woman she had so easily dismissed could very well be the wife of the most powerful man associated with the hotel. Daniel returns to the hotel, his expression stern and unwavering. He heads straight to the reception desk, where Mark and Chloe are standing. Mark, gather all the staff in the lobby immediately. I have something important to announce. Daniel's voice is firm, each word carrying weight. Mark quickly complies, calling everyone to assemble. One by one, the employees gather, forming a line across the lobby. Chloe stands at the back, her hands clenched tightly. Her throat feels parched, her heart racing uncontrollably. Daniel steps forward, facing the crowd. Beside him stands Lisa, still in her simple attire, but with a calm and confident gaze. Daniel begins, his words sharp and deliberate. I'd like to introduce everyone to my wife, Lisa, the woman who was judged and dismissed by some here simply because of her appearance. The entire lobby falls silent. Chloe feels the ground beneath her feet shake, her mind spinning. Lisa stands quietly, her gentle smile unwavering. She says nothing, only meeting the eyes of each employee, especially Chloe's. The atmosphere in the hotel lobby is tense, like a taut string ready to snap. Chloe tries to maintain her composure, but her hands tremble slightly. Daniel fixes his cold, piercing gaze on Chloe. So, tell me why my wife was denied service when she asked for a room. Chloe swallows hard, forcing a strained smile. I was just following hotel policy, sir. Guests who don't meet our standards or don't look appropriate are turned away to maintain the hotel's image. Daniel crosses his arms, a cold smirk forming on his lips. Really? Then why don't you show me where it's written that someone dressed simply isn't allowed to book a room at this 5-star hotel? Chloe freezes, her eyes darting nervously. I don't have the policy here, but it's always been an unspoken rule. Daniel raises an eyebrow. An unspoken rule? Well, let me clarify something. When I invested in this hotel, I never approved any policy that permits discrimination like that. All eyes turn to Chloe. Her face turns pale, her words caught in her throat. Lisa stands quietly beside Daniel, her gaze calm yet penetrating, as though her silence speaks louder than any words. The air in the hotel lobby feels heavy, almost suffocating. Daniel raises a hand, signaling to Mark. Mark quickly presses a button, and the large screen behind the reception desk lights up. The security footage begins to play. On the screen, Chloe is seen standing behind the counter, arms crossed, smirking. This hotel isn't for people like you. You'd be better off finding a cheap motel. The entire lobby falls silent, the kind of silence that makes even the ticking of a clock sound deafening. All eyes turn to Chloe. She stands frozen, her face drained of color, unable to utter a single word. Daniel shrugs, his tone calm but chilling. So, is this how my hotel treats its guests? Chloe stammers, I was just following the rules. Lisa remains still, her gaze calm and composed. She doesn't need to say anything. Her silence speaks volumes, amplifying Chloe's discomfort. Daniel crosses his arms, his eyes sharp and unforgiving. If you have anything to say, now's the time. Chloe lowers her head, words failing her, her excuses evaporated. The air in the hotel lobby is thick with tension. Everyone is watching Daniel and Chloe, eyes wide and expectant. Daniel takes a deep breath, his gaze firm and unyielding. He turns to Mark, his voice calm but decisive. Mark, I want Chloe suspended immediately. We're launching an investigation into her discriminatory behavior. Mark nods, his expression serious. I'll take care of it right away. Chloe's face goes pale, her lips quivering. She rushes over to Lisa, eyes pleading. I'm sorry. I was wrong. I honestly didn't know who you were. I didn't mean to. Lisa stands still, her eyes gentle yet distant. She looks at Chloe, her voice calm and steady. I don't need your apology, but I do hope you remember that everyone deserves respect. Not because of money or status, but because they're human. Chloe bows her head, tears pooling in her eyes. Lisa's words cut through her like knives, piercing through her pride and defenses. Daniel steps forward, his gaze still cold. You can go to your room and wait for the official notice. I won't tolerate any form of discrimination in my hotel." Chloe steps back, her face ashen. Each step she takes feels heavy, as if the weight of her actions is finally bearing down on her. Mark watches Chloe walk away, then turns to Daniel. "Anything else you need me to do?" Daniel shakes his head and turns to Lisa. She stands there, calm and composed, her eyes reflecting a quiet strength. After Chloe's suspension, Mark approaches Lisa with a serious and somewhat apologetic expression. "Lisa, I want to apologize for the unprofessional behavior of our staff. I can't allow something like this to happen in my hotel." Lisa looks at Mark, her voice calm but firm. "I don't need a personal apology. I just hope Chloe truly changes and learns her lesson from this." Mark nods, his eyes showing commitment. "I'll closely supervise staff training to ensure no one else is treated unfairly like this." Lisa smiles, sensing the sincerity in Mark's words. She knows real change won't happen overnight, but this is a good start. Mark bows his head in thanks, then withdraws, leaving Lisa alone in the quiet room filled with hopeful possibility. After the intense events, Daniel invited Lisa to sit down in a private room of the hotel. He seriously made an unexpected offer. "Would you like to become co-manager of the hotel with me? With your talent and intelligence, I believe you'd do great." Lisa looked at Daniel, her gaze gentle but firm. "I appreciate your offer, but I just want a simple, peaceful life. I don't need power or titles to prove my worth." Daniel gently took her hand and smiled knowingly. "I respect your decision. What matters most is your happiness with your choice." Lisa smiled back, feeling a weight lifted from her heart. Together, they held hands and stepped out of the hotel, blending into the busy crowd outside, yet both filled with peace and trust. Because sometimes, true value isn't found in power or showiness, but in the way we choose to live and treat the world around us. Lisa and Daniel returned to their small home in the suburbs, a place without the glamour or noise of the big city. The house was simple, yet filled with warmth and love. Lisa stepped out to the small garden behind the house, where she had planted many of her favorite flowers. She knelt down, gently tending to each bloom, smiling as she watched the vibrant petals unfold in the soft afternoon light. This was the peaceful moment she had always sought, not recognition or external glory, but simple joy from everyday life. Daniel came out slowly and wrapped his arms around her from behind. He whispered, "You made the right choice." Leaning into him, Lisa felt the safety and genuine love that surrounded her. She knew that even without power or fame, being beside the person she loved and living life on her own terms was what mattered most. A simple, peaceful life was her choice, and she was truly happy with it. Lisa sat by the living room window, the soft afternoon sunlight gently touching her face. She gazed up at the vast blue sky, took a deep breath, and closed her eyes, feeling the peace fill her heart. True power isn't about wealth or status. It's about how you treat those who seem powerless. If this story made you reflect, please subscribe so you don't miss more meaningful stories.